Hey guys, today I want to talk about gear. I wanted to make this video today because I've seen this trend on Instagram and TikTok where these very talented people go on to make amazing videos with just their phone, iPhone or something like that, right? And they make these cool cinematic videos that really grab the attention of somebody. And what they're trying to prove is you don't need the latest and greatest equipment to, produce something amazing. Now, I agree with that sentiment, but there's also this professionalism that you have to bring into what you do. I'm sure you could probably bring your phone to a shoot and, replicate some of that stuff and use your talent and skills to create some really awesome photos, but you're gonna get some strange looks, right? Like you agree to do a photo shoot for such and such amount of money and someone is now paying you and you show up with a phone. They're probably not going to be too happy about that. They're probably going to question what you're doing, and you might be like, "Oh, it's all I need," but there's a certain professionalism you have to bring to the workplace. What I'm trying to get at is, of course, you don't need the latest and greatest equipment. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment and get all this stuff that maybe you don't need, but you need to have at least a little bit of, investment in yourself and in your business. Buying a professional video camera or photography camera and professional lenses and audio and all that stuff is going to make yourself more marketable. You're going to be able to do more. Be smart about it. Go on Kijiji, buy used, budget for what you can afford, but you have to understand you have to make that investment if you want to start making money as a professional. It's going to show in the work that you do. If you invest in a decent camera, your footage is going to look better. It doesn't mean you're going to be a better videographer, but it will help you in the end, right? It's like any good tool. If I was a technician and I showed up with no tools and, maybe I can fix whatever needs to be fixed, but it's gonna be a hell of a struggle, right? You need to have the right tools for the job. So let's say you are recording talking heads or you're recording music or something like that, right? You're going to need professional audio. You're going to need to invest in maybe shotgun microphones, condenser mics, whatever else you might need. You're going to need that equipment, and you don't necessarily have to buy the equipment. You can always rent too. Renting is a great option if, say, you need something but you're not going to use it maybe ever again, or you just need it for one specific job. It's a great option. There's many places that you can rent from. I'm renting this mic right now. One of the most important things that you can invest in is lighting. I don't think there's any professional out there that would disagree with this, but to take your game to the next level is to have professional lighting. You can have the greatest, latest Alexa camera or Red camera or something like that, but if you don't have proper lighting to go with it, the camera is almost meaningless. You might as well just throw it in the trash if you don't have proper lighting. So it's kind of funny. Right now I'm using a $50 light from Amazon, but I've kind of realized the limitations of this light, and for sure, as soon as I can, I will be investing in myself and getting some better lighting because it's so important. But you also have to be careful about what you invest in. I bought this gimbal to create some really cinematic, smooth footage with movement and, you know, level up my game, and it has done that. But the thing that kind of has screwed me is that I bought the Ronin SC and I didn't think, oh, maybe I'll have a heavier camera. And now that I have this camera with the 24mm Sigma, which is absolutely huge, it is like the absolute maximum this thing can handle. And I wish I had thought of that when I was buying it, like, you know, future-proofing myself. Like, what if I have a bigger camera that's heavier, and what if I need that, right? So I get by with this, and I'm making it worth the investment I put into it. But you should be careful with every purchase you make. Like, are you gonna use that equipment? Is it gonna be worth the investment you put into it? And is it the right tool? One thing probably not a lot of people want to talk about is having proper workspace and storage. I spent recently a lot of time on this room here. It used to be an absolute junkyard. I would just throw all my stuff in here. It was a nightmare, a mess, and it actually prevented me from making videos. I would look at the room and be like, I don't want to make anything. I'm gonna have to deal with this mess. It's absolutely horrid. But the more organized you get, the easier it is to go and do something, to do the work, right? Anything that makes working easier and more efficient is going to help you in the long run. Now, I hope what you guys get from this video is that it is possible to make great things with, you know, the gear that you have, but it's gonna be worth your while if you invest in yourself and you get the gear that you need to get the job done. Cameras, lights, microphones, they're all tools, and it's your job to know what is the right tool for the job. Hope you guys like this video, and as always, we will have another video out next Friday. So have a good weekend.